Breaking news, Bonnie Blue has just been arrested in Bali. It was genuinely the biggest fitna to society. Alhamdulillah, everyone comment down below your thoughts on this.
15 years in prison. Indonesia has done the world a service. Alhamdulillah.
I'm just here to pay my £8.50 fine. Apparently, I disrespected the Bali culture, but that is nothing compared to the disrespect these boys are about to show me.
Indonesia minggu-minggu ini digemparkan oleh artis film dewasa bernama Bonnie Blue yang berkunjung ke Bali. Bukannya berwisata, Bonnie justru didakwa melakukan syuting film adegan panas yang sangat dilarang di Indonesia. Lantas saja, Bonnie ditangkap bersama gerombolan pria asal negara luar yang siap menyantapnya secara bersamaan. Bonnie digiring aparat Indonesia untuk diperiksa lebih lanjut, serta menjalani persidangan. Banyak yang berspekulasi Bonnie akan ditahan di penjara Indonesia selama 15 tahun. Namun, akhirnya Bonnie hanya diberikan sanksi, serta diusir dari Indonesia. Bukannya bersyukur karena telah diberi keringanan hukuman, Bonnie malah menghina Indonesia dengan melecehkan bendera Indonesia di depan Kedutaan Besar Indonesia yang berada di kota London. Hal ini bukan saja memancing kemarahan netizen Indonesia, akan tetapi juga netizen global yang merasa jijik dengan kelakuan Bonnie, karena sifatnya yang berangasan dan tidak beretika.
Breaking news, Bonnie Blue has just been arrested in Bali and could go to prison for over 15 years. She tried to film haram adult content in Bali, which is a part of Indonesia, which is a Muslim country. The laws are very strict about this and do not allow it, but she still tried. Now facing questions and could get up to 15 years in Bali's jail. It was genuinely the biggest fitna to society. Alhamdulillah, everyone comment down below your thoughts on this.
All Muslims, W Indonesia, they have just arrested Bonnie Blue. She was visiting Bali and trying to film zina in their country, but because it's a Muslim country, she got arrested and she could now face over 15 years in prison. Indonesia has done the world a service. Alhamdulillah.
Bonnie Blue was detained in Bali last Friday, and she is about to learn really quick, when you go to another country, you do have to respect their laws. Now, if you don't know who Bonnie Blue is, please skip this video. I am not going to be the person to explain that to you, but if you do know who she is, let me tell you what's going on. Bonnie Blue, whose real name is Tia Billinger, was detained in Bali on Friday, December 5th, 2025. Authorities say that she was there doing a tour which she promoted online. And for that tour, she was using a bus branded with the name Bang Bus. According to multiple reports, Bonnie Blue and multiple men were engaging in activities that go against Indonesia's very strict anti-pornography laws. These laws prevent creating or distributing adult content of any kind, and the punishment for going against these laws can be very severe in Indonesia. Now, police say that 17 men were detained alongside Bonnie Blue, many of those men being Australian tourists. Most of them have already been released, but Bonnie Blue has not. As part of this investigation, police have seized filming equipment, electronic devices, the branded vehicle, and other items tied to the alleged content creation. As of right now, Bonnie Blue has not been convicted of anything. She is under investigation. If they do take this all the way, she could face up to 15 years in prison. Some people believe she will simply be deported. Others believe she will indeed be prosecuted. Indonesia is known for taking these things extremely seriously, especially with foreigners. Let me know your thoughts on this and what you think is going to happen. I'm keeping an eye on it. Allegedly, they're going to make some sort of decision as to next steps within the first 48 hours. So until then, let me know your thoughts and your predictions, and I'll update you when there's news.
So my sister tells me that Bonnie Blue has been arrested in Bali. I'm like, Bonnie who? And then she explains to me that this girl who basically makes a living off of doing you know what with a whole heap of man has come to Indonesia, which is like a restful, peaceful, spiritual, religious place, to basically bring her dirty, nasty ways from her Western countries. And I'm just like, first of all, the fact that she's apparently been deported and not arrested is questionable, because last time I checked, she should be in jail at least for a little bit, like a few nights. Maybe something could come over her and she could get some sense. But also, why is it that people think that they can bring their Western ways to other people's countries and just disrespect the customs? Just because in the West it's a case of let all be, let's pretend that this kind of behavior is empowering. Oh, and it is, liberating, and women are free to do whatever they want to do. You might guess that I'm being very sarcastic, and I do not agree with this kind of dirty, stinking behavior. Now, normally, baby, I do not judge, but there are exceptions to every rule. And when you go to that end of the spectrum with my sister telling me what this woman does, I'm just like, no, we're not going to pretend that it's cool. We're not going to pretend that it's fun times, and we're not going to pretend that it is okay to bring that kind of behavior to other people's countries. Stay at home. Stay at home with the nasty behavior and stop being disrespectful to other people's customs and their ways of life. And that doesn't just go for this Bonnie chick, it goes for everyone. We must have a little bit respect when we are tourists. We are guests in other people's homes. Therefore, do the research before you're coming. And I have been guilty, by the way, of not doing enough research, and I have said this before, but it is our responsibility to check out the lay of the land before our arrival. And when we come, we must make sure that we do our best. It's like when you're young and you go to somebody else's house and you finish your meal and you wash up your dishes, and then they tell your mother or your father how good you were because you washed up the dishes, yet at home them have to beg you to wash up the dishes. That was me, by the way. Outside on the road, yeah man, I used to wash up the dishes. At home, I look on the dishes. Anyway, the point is, one, let's stop pretending that nasty, dirty, stinking behavior is considered advancement for women. It is not. And secondly, let us be respectful tourists. My darling, you're welcome.
So apparently I have a lot of new friends from Indonesia, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for your kindness. This has been such an unexpected Christmas gift. Never in a million years would I have predicted that covering a story about somebody like Bonnie Blue would lead to me having thousands of new friends from a totally different country, but here we are. So Bonnie Blue was recently banned from Indonesia because she took a trip to Bali, which included a bang bus and other things that are very much not legal in Indonesia. So after she was banned, she decided to disrespect the flag of Indonesia. While standing outside the Indonesian embassy, Bonnie Blue held a Indonesia flag, and she spit on it. She said that she was going to use it as a rag to clean up after some activities with a bunch of men that were surrounding her. She then tucked the flag into the back of her pants and walked away while it dragged the ground. She also can be seen in images with the flag on the ground and her kneeling on top of it. Completely disrespectful and immature, and I want to show you some comments that I've been getting from people in Indonesia. I didn't even know what had happened with the Indonesian flag and Bonnie Blue until I started getting comments and messages from people in Indonesia asking me to make a video about it because they had seen my previous video about her being detained in Bali. Once I saw the footage and the images of Bonnie Blue with this flag, I of course wanted to make a video and speak out against her actions. So I did that yesterday. And then I started getting so many thankful and kind comments. So many. From people in Indonesia. And I appreciate the thankfulness and the kindness, but y'all don't need to thank me. This is a serious issue and it deserves to be talked about. So it is my honor. Like I said back to some of these comments, it's my honor to talk about this issue and bring awareness to it. I want to read you some of this comment. Our flag is not just a flag, but a symbol of the history of the fighters who shed a lot of blood for independence. Respecting each other is important. I completely agree with that, and it shouldn't matter what country you're from or what country you are currently in. Respect should be universal. So to all of my new friends in Indonesia, I am so sorry that you had to see the footage of your flag being treated this way, and I'm sorry that this is how we met. But I'm so glad that you're here now. I'm happy to have you here. I hope that you stick around for other videos. And I think it's about 5 a.m. right now in Indonesia, so you may not see this for a few hours, but once you do, I hope you have a great day, and thank you again for your kindness.